Hi everyone, so today we are making some hinges for gudgeon pins to go on our tractor on our little tipping trailer. So they're going to be 40mm wide because that's a heavy duty standard hinge, and they are on I think it's a 12.5mm pin, so I've used a 13mm drill bit for that. The material that we are using is going to be this bright steel, which I purchased locally. If anybody is interested, that's meant to be like whatever the spec is of it. Not too sure, it's just bright steel to me, but it is stronger than mild steel hinges, more corrosion resistant, and I can machine it and I can weld it. So all we're doing is, at the moment, we need to make 8 of them for the sides. So it's just a case of drilling through with the 6mm drill and then going straight through with the 13. So make sure that's out the way. Move that in. Yeah, make sure we get some oil on it. Hopefully, job's a good one. So that's a 6mm hole drilled. So now go through with a 13, and that will give us a little bit of clearance on the gudgeon pin hinge. I don't want it overly tight because it's only going to get limited use, and I don't really want it rusting up while it's not in use and seizing. Don't mind a little bit of corrosion, but I just don't want it seizing really. So for this instance, a little bit more clearance is better than not enough. So that's that just cut off now, so I'll just pop it back in. 4th one done. First one you've seen, you do, because I did 3 before, but that's the 4th one done, so I've got another 4 to go. So, start the whole process again. I'm quite sure you bored of watching me drill, so I'll get this all done and then we will pick it up when we are ready for the next part. Okay, so today's plan is we're going to carry on making the hinges for the trailer side. So these are what we made last time. We have the bright steel down there we're going to use to make the strap for the hinge. The plan is to tack weld this on here and then weld just with a tack back down there. Then find a piece of metal which will be the same sort of height as in there. So I'll find a piece of metal to fit in there a little bit, and then we can lay the strip on here and we can get them all square, all at the right height, and do all 8 the same. So that's the plan. Whether it goes according to plan, I'm not too sure, but we're going to have a go. So I just need to mark out a square now with the scribe. What I can do is just tack this on for now and then use that as my square with a set square. So that end looks a bit cleaner. So we'll get the weld out in a minute, and we can tack that on there, set square on like so, piece of metal against the set square, and then square this up to it and tack weld that on. So we've now got our 3 tacks on there. The next thing that we need to do is find some space, and we need to get the hinge square to this. Now, best thing for me to do is find another bit of steel to put in there, which I will do in a moment because I have a nice bit here. So that'll fit square into there. I need to set square. The hinge will maybe not. Let me move that off there. Yeah, some people scream, some people shout, but it's probably the best thing I've got at the minute. So that's inner square. Okay, so yeah, got a lot better setup now. Set square is in. We have a parallel that this is now sitting against. It's now sitting parallel on this piece of metal so that that can be where it needs to be. Got a little shim under there as well, another parallel just to keep the set square up, and it's holding the other parallel in place as well. So hopefully we can tack weld it on this time and it'll be what we need. All square, and let's have a try. Right, let's get some weld on with the map and we can see what we're doing. I can't see, looking the other way. Whoa. well done that. Because we don't want it to move. Whee! Like a little kid. Anyway, yeah, look at that. So, fingers crossed, it is tipping it down that side. That's not what we want the fingers crossed for though. Oh, camera's on the wrong policy flat by the way. So that can come off. That can now come out. That can come out. That can come off. That can come off. And that can come off. So there we have it. We have our little hinge jig set up. So the collar goes on, slide that in, push it across square, and weld. So it's nice and flush on the end, which is what we want. So let's do some welding. And it was all going so well. We have unfortunately come to the end of the rolling MIG wire. So I need to do a bit of investigating to see if I have one in stock still. If not, we can't play anymore. But what we can do, we can have a look and see how we're getting on. So with the... Sorry, bear with me. So yeah, as we can see there, not everywhere, but not too shabby. See the bluing in the colour, nice penetration, nice clean welds. Went better when I turned the amps up a little bit. Sorry, not the amps up, the wire speed. It was just a little bit slow to begin with, but they're not going to fall off, are they? They are not going to fall off, which is fantastic. So, yeah, really pleased with the jig, working well. That piece of metal's not quite as good as I wanted, so I changed it for a different bit, which I'm happy with. But we have that now tacked on there. Like I say, I'll see if I've got another spool of wire and I'll get that changed over and we'll carry on.